Hi children, I welcome you for the Soci class. I hope you are fine. In last class, we have discussed about the lesson Emergence of New Kingdoms in South India, later Cholas and Pandyas. The topic is later Cholas. So later Cholas, 9th century, Vijayalaya founded the new dynasty in South India. But end of the 1279, the Chola dynasty, the king Maravarman Kulasegara Pandyan I defeated the lost king Rajendra Chola III and established the Pandya dynasty in Tamil Nadu. And among that, we discussed about Uttirameru inscriptions, local governance, administration, revenue, irrigation, religion, temples. So this all we are discussed in later Chola period. Okay, children. So today class we are going to discuss about later Pandyas. So end of the Chola dynasty, the Maravarman defeated the Chola and later Pandyas became the more powerful in Tamil Nadu. So Pandyas were one of the three ancient Tamil dynasties. So Pandya dynasty ruled different period. Okay, from 4th century they ruled different period. So intermittently. So it is called intermittently different period, irregular. So Pandya dynasty from 4th century they ruled different periods. And Kurkai is one of the place. It is the capital of later Pandyas. So Korkai associated with the pearl fisheries. Fishery means the catching the fish is one of the places Korkai. So it is associated with the pearl fisheries, is believed to have been their early capital and port. Okay, so later Pandyas, which is the capital, means Kurke is the capital and port. And they moved to Madurai later, as many early Tamil inscriptions of Pandyas have been unearthed in Madurai and its surroundings. So what is called unearthed? From under the earth we can see more inscriptions. Okay, more evidence. So for example in Tamil Nadu, Keeladi, Adichanallur, Arikemede. So this is all example for archaeological site. So from archaeological site Madurai and surroundings of the Madurai, we got more archaeological evidence. Later the Pandyas shifted to the Madurai is the capital. Okay children. So before which is the capital Korkai, but we got the more evidence. So before the lesson we have discussed written sources, material sources. Sources means evidence. Okay, so Madurai and surroundings they got the more evidence. The Pandyas, the capital is shifted to the Madurai, and under the Pandya king the Sangam age. Sangam age means the people started to living in group is called as Sangam. Okay, so Sangam age Madurai was a great center of the culture, and poets and writer of Tamil language gathered in the Madurai and they developed the Tamil classics. The Pandya had re-established their strong position in South India. Okay, in South India, the Pandya kingdom became a more powerful kingdom in Tamil Nadu in the end of the 6th century, eliminating rule of Kalabras. But in the 6th century, what happened means the end of the arrival of the Kalabras, the Pandyas defeated by Kalapras. Okay, so before that, the Pandya kingdom more powerful and Tamil Nadu. Okay, children. So next, revival of Pandyan kingdom. Revival of Pandyan kingdom. So Kadungun recovered the Pandya territory from the Kalapras. So before you discussed, the later Pandyas ruled 4 different periods from 4th century onwards. So end of the 6th century, Kalapras defeated the Pandya kingdom. But after the 6th century, Kadungan recovered the Pandya kingdom from the Kalapras end of the 6th century. So which is called which period is called as 6th century? So discuss already 600 600 6 minus 1 5. So 0 1 501 to 600 is 6th century. Now we are living in 21st century. Okay, so easy to store your mind. 6th century means 600 600 and minus 1 5 501 to 600 is your 6th century. For example, if I am asking which is 38th century, so very easy. 38 means 3800 3800. 38 minus 1 37 01. So 3701 to 3800 is a 38th century. So in that century you are not going to alive. For example, I said to you. Okay. So end of the 6th century, Kadungon recovered the Pandya territory from Kalapras. So he was succeeded by two others. After Kadungon, Arigesri Maravarman, the first strong Pandya ruler, ascended the throne in 642. So Kadungon recovered the Pandya territory. After the Kadungon, Arigesri Maravarman became a ruler of 642. And he was a contemporary of Magendravarman I and Narasimhavarman I. So what is called a contemporary? For example, who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? Mr. Edappadi Panichami. Who is the Prime Minister of India? Narendra Modi. Who is the President of America? Donald Trump. So this is called as contemporary. So same period they are ruling the different places. Okay children. So he was a contemporary of Magendravarman I and Narasimhavarman I. Who was a contemporary? Arigesri Maravarman ruled which period? Magendravarman I and Narasimhavarman I. And inscriptions and copper plate. What is called inscription? It is one of the evidence. Okay. So inscriptions and copper plates is the victory over his counterpart. Whose victory? Arigesri Maravarman victory we can see in the inscription and copper plate. So against Chera, Chola, Pallavas and Singalas. Okay. So this Pandya kingdom, Arigesri Maravarman got victories from Cheras, Cholas, Pallavas and Singalas. Arigesri Maravarman is identified with the Kun Pandian. So he is also called as Kun Pandian. Arigesri Maravarman also called as Kun Pandian. So after Arigesri Maravarman, the greatest dynasty was Jadila Pradanga Nedunjeliyan Vargana I, called as Vargana I, 756 to 815. So after the Arigesri Maravarman, Jadila Prandaga Nedunjeliyan, Jadila Prandaga Nedunjeliyan, the ruler of 756 to 815. And Nedunjeliyan expanded. Who is Nedunjeliyan? Jadila Prandaga Nedunjeliyan expanded the Pandya territory, include Tanjavur, Tiruchirappalli, Salem and Coimbatore district. After Nedunjeliyan's successors, Srimara, Srivallabha and Varuguna too was successfully defeated by Pallavas. Okay, so they all Pandya kingdom, but they both defeated by Pallavas. So after the Pandya kingdom, Rajasimha too fled the country in 920. Thus they ended the Pandya rule revived by Kadungon. Okay, so they defeated by Pallavas. So 920 the Pandya rule was ended. The Pandya rule was ended. Next, rise of later Pandyas 1192-1310. So Chola became the weak in Pandya country after the death of Adi Rajendra. He is the last king of Vijayalaya line. So Chola dynasty I discussed in previous class. Who revived the Chola dynasty? Vijayalaya. So the Chola dynasty end Pandya country after the death of Adi Rajendra. Okay, became weak in Pandya country. Pandya kingdom defeated. Chola kingdom is defeated by Pandya kingdom after the death of Adi Rajendra. Is the Vijayalaya line, because who founded the later Chola? Vijayalaya. So the Pandya kingdom would emerge as only the leading Tamil dynasty in the 13th century. So in the 13th century, which is the most powerful kingdom in Tamil Nadu, means only the Pandya kingdom. So Madurai is the capital of Pandya kingdom. Now Gayal was their great port. Okay, now it is Gayal. It is the important port, and Madurai is the capital of Pandya kingdom. Marco Polo is the famous traveler from Venice. So which is the place of Marco Polo? Means Venice. He traveled to India. He visited Gayal 2 times, in 1288 and 1293. So he told the port was fully busy from Arabia and China business activities for business activities. Okay. So next we are going to see about Sadayavarman Sundarapandiyan. So Sadayavarman Sundarapandiyan is the ruler of Pandya kingdom. He is the talent ruler. The illustrious ruler of the second Pandya kingdom was Sadayavarman Sundarapandiyan 1251 to 1268, and he brought under the control Tamil Nadu, which up to Nellore to Andhra. He brought entire Tamil Nadu under his rule and he extended up to Nellore and Andhra. And there were two or three co-regent. Co-regent means instead of ruler, if anyone rule means they call as regent. At same time, he appointed the simultaneously along with the Sundarapandiyan. So Sadayavarman Sundarapandiyan appointed two co-regent who ruled simultaneously along with the Sundarapandiyan. They ruled along with the Sundarapandiyan. They ruled Vikramapandiyan and Veerapandiyan. So the three also ruled simultaneously. So after Sundarapandiyan, Maravarman Kulasegaran ruled successfully for the period of 40 years. After Sundarapandiyan, Maravarman Kulasegaran ruled successfully of 40 years. The country is maintained peace and prosperity. So Maravarman Kulasegaran had two sons. The name is Veerapandiyan and Sundarapandiyan. The king appointed the eldest son Veerapandiyan as the co-regent. The other son Sundarapandiyan killed the father Maravarman Kulasegaran. Okay, so Maravarman Kulasegaran had two sons. One is Veerapandiyan and another one is Sundarapandiyan. So Maravarman Kulasegaran appointed Veerapandiyan as a ruler, so that got the angry Sundarapandiyan. He killed his father Maravarman Kulasegaran. So in the civil war, it ensured Veerapandiyan won and became firmly established in this kingdom. So both Veerapandiyan and Sundarapandiyan got the fight. In that war, Veerapandiyan succeeded Sundarapandiyan and he ruled, established in this kingdom. And the defeated Sundarapandiyan fled to Delhi and took refuge under the protection of Alauddin Khalji. So Veerapandiyan defeated the Sundarapandiyan. So Sundarapandiyan is escaped to the Delhi and he get the supported from Alauddin Khalji, the Muslim ruler Alauddin Khalji. Because it is ruler of Tamil Nadu, so he went to the Delhi and he got the support from Alauddin Khalji. So this provided the opening for the invention of Malik Gafur. So first time the Muslim came to Tamil Nadu to rule to Tamil Nadu, Malik Gafur. So after Malik Gafur invention, the Pandyan kingdom came to be divided among number of kings from the main ruling Pandya's family. So after Malik Gafur invention, the Pandya kingdom divided more number of Pandya's family. Okay, more number of kingdom divided after the invention of Malik Gafur. So in Madurai, the Muslim state subordinate to the Delhi Sultan came to be established. So Madurai, the Muslim state started to rule in Tamil Nadu. So our Pandya kingdom fall down to the Delhi Sultan, because here also same problem. Our emperor, they are not unity. So among both brothers, they got the fight, so that they got the support from Muslim. So Muslim invaded, they got the places in Madurai. Okay. Okay children, so now recap. So Kadungon recovered the Pandya territory from the Kalaparas towards the close of 6th century. Okay, so end of the 4th century, the Kalaparas defeated the Pandya kingdom, and end of the 6th century, Kadungon defeated the Kalaparas and recovered the Pandya kingdom. And illustrious ruler of the second Pandya kingdom was Sadayavarman Sundarapandiyan. In that time, he appointed the co-regent Vikramapandiyan and Vikramapandiyan. Okay, Vikramapandiyan and Veerapandiyan. He appointed Vikramapandiyan and Veerapandiyan simultaneously. They ruled. After Sundarapandiyan, Maravarman Kulasegaran ruled successfully a period of 40 years. The country is maintained peace and prosperity. So after the Sundarapandiyan asked the help to Alauddin Khalji. So Alauddin Khalji, in the Malik Gafur invention, our Madurai subordinate to the Muslim state. Okay. So next we are going to see about answer the following. First one is discuss revival of Pandya kingdom. Second one is give a detail on Sadayavarman Sundarapandian. Next, current affairs. So today our current affairs is who is the chairperson of Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission TNPSC, Mr. Balachandar IAS. So it is called Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. The government exam like VAO, Tahsildar. So this all the exam will come under Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. So who is the chairperson of TNPSC means Mr. Balachandar IAS. Thank you children. I hope you understood this session very well. So next class we are going to discuss about temples, trade, religion, irrigation. So this is all we are going to discuss in next class. Thank you.